A wonderful Monday evening to you. I'm CBS 19 Weather Authority meteorologist David Reese. It was on the colder side today. Let's get my mouth working correctly here. Colder side today, only 38 degrees. It's only the third time that we have seen a high in the 30s so far since November 1st. So yeah, it's been on the warmer side, and this area of high pressure is changing all of that. This area of high pressure is continuing to give us a nice little bit of a northerly breeze here, and that northerly breeze is pushing cold air all the way down into Florida, where some parts of Florida have freeze warnings in effect tonight. Yeah, cold one in store tonight, generally in the mid to upper teens, close to 20. As we wake up Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, this area of high pressure gets a little bit closer to us. It's going to kind of go like this and then quickly move out of here as we head into Wednesday and Thursday, and that's going to help open the door for warmer weather. Now, looking at your vorticity map here and geopotential height, those are the lines, and then the vorticity or energy is there highlighted in those oranges, yellows, purples. And you can see some of the energy right there. That energy actually across parts of Missouri is going to dive down this way and create a powerful storm system for areas in the Atlantic Ocean. Let's go ahead and put this into motion for you here. You can see that energy diving, and then bam, it just kind of explodes over the Gulf Stream, and that's going to help Bermuda see a nice little storm system. But our concern is, again, back out here off to the west. You can see some of this energy back across parts of Montana and Wyoming, another bit of energy down here across New Mexico and Texas. We're looking at that, and you can see how those kind of two pieces of energy evolve. Last night, if you remember, you were looking at one here and then another one here. Well, now things have resolved that the southern one is not going to be too much of a factor. You can see a little bit of one, but not too much. But the bigger story is this closed low. That's going to be a closed off 500 millibar low right over the top of the Ohio River Valley, and that's going to allow an area of low pressure to get going here across the Carolinas. I'll show you that in just a second, but that's what it could look like early Saturday morning. Now, let's put on the GFS here for you just so you can get a sense of how similar the models are. I mean, kind of, sort of, everything's kind of updating. It has that closed area of low pressure once again, except it's a little bit more elongated. That changes a few things for us here locally. What are those few things that it changes? Well, let's look at our mean sea level pressure and 850 millibar temperatures. You can see, well, here's the Euro. Yeah, that's why we're cold. Anytime you start to see those blues and purples at 850, that means we're going to be on the colder side. Notice that goes away on Wednesday, and that's why we get back into the 50s. Wednesday, the area of high pressure now moving away from us. Back here, it was right over the top of there. So you can see that it has moved from St. Louis to near Boston as we head into Wednesday. And that's why we get on the cooler side. Now, as we roll into Friday, here's our area of low pressure. There's another area of low pressure, a weak one, very, very weak one, just north of Mobile. But the one in Missouri is going to be the stronger one. Notice how it just kind of goes over towards Indianapolis. You still have this very, very weak one down here. And then remember me saying that you had this closed off area of low pressure right at 500, right over the top of us there. And that just usually upper low equal weatherman whoa. There's a reason that is the same, because the atmosphere likes to do wonky things underneath upper level lows. So that's why we're going to continually watch this area of low pressure back across Indianapolis. But you may be noticing a stronger one there across parts of Virginia and North Carolina. Notice, though, there's not a whole lot of blue. Blue represents temperatures below freezing at 850. You kind of need that if you want any wintry weather. That's not the case, really not until the area of low pressure starts to move away from us. You can start to see it moving up through D.C., Baltimore, towards Philly. So it's a little bit too late with its cold weather arrival. So that's why we're not looking at too much in the wintry side with this storm system. Now looking at the GFS, it has similar-ish things. Again, you're just kind of looking at this area of low pressure across Missouri as we head into Thursday and Friday. And then, yeah, you have one area of low pressure in Ohio, another one across the Carolinas, and that's going to both kind of lift our direction. But again, this area of low pressure, a little bit farther to the southeast now. This is closer to Norfolk, has the cold air attempting to try to get closer to us. It just doesn't do it though, and that's why we're looking at primarily rain. Again, this is looking like a rain solution for this, maybe an interior storm for parts of the Northeast, but by the time the cold air arrives here locally, well, yeah, the precipitation is all gone. So that's something we will continually watch for, these fine-tuning bit, but as of right now, it does look like primarily rain for us here in Central Virginia Friday night, Saturday morning. That's one of the storm systems that we'll keep an eye on, but of more importance, it's going to be cold tonight and again on the chillier side tomorrow afternoon before we turn our attention to a more finely tuned forecast to Friday, Saturday storm system. But as of now, again, everybody in Virginia looks to be primarily rain. Outside of maybe the mountains. Mountains could be fortunate enough depending on how things break. But as of right now, as of Monday, January 20th, it is looking like all rain. So we'll certainly keep an eye on it. But as far as things go tonight, clear and cold.